Go.
Is viewing pornography excessively harmful? Most experts would agree not only is it harmful, it is highly addictive. Due to the availability of the internet, pornography addiction is steadily rising in young people and adults. Research suggests that viewing pornography excessively is harmful because families can be destroyed and it could cause negative psychological consequences for the viewer. In today's presentation, we will discuss some of the negative effects and psychological consequences for the viewer from viewing pornography excessively, otherwise known as pornography addiction. In this flowchart, we're going to discuss some of the negative effects and stages. Please note that every pornography addict will experience their own stories. There is no exact process or order that these stages go in. We only know it begins with exposure. Most pornography addicts are exposed at a young age, developing their addiction that leads into adulthood. Escalation. Pornography addicts will escalate to more extreme and hardcore types of pornography to satisfy their cravings, much like alcohol and drug addiction. Desensitization. Pornography addicts will become desensitized to what they're viewing. What once seemed shocking or vulgar becomes common and normal. Many addicts view forms of abuse and rape and they feel that's okay. Altered thoughts towards marriage and children. In 1988, professors Zolf Dillman and Bryant Jennings conducted a 6-week study on male and female students on the prolonged consumption of pornography on family values, the effects of prolonged consumption. They exposed these students for 1 hour a day to pornographic films. Well, after the 6-week study, the results were astounding. They found that all of them had changed and altered thoughts towards marriage and family values. They had lower attitudes about having children, especially daughters. Disconnected from spouse and children. Most pornography addicts will spend hours surfing the net, searching for pornography. They disconnect from their spouse and their children. Depression. Most pornography addicts will experience depression because they feel guilty for not only what they're doing to themselves, but to their families. Decreased desire to achieve goals. Again, they spend many, many hours searching for the next high. They have a decreased desire to achieve their goals and, quite frankly, to properly function in daily life. Acting out. Acting out is extremely problematic for the addict. What this means is they take the pornography that they're viewing into the real world, which leads to illegal activities. Again, many pornography addicts view forms of abuse and rape and feel it's okay. Illegal activities leads to loss of jobs, loss of relationships, and sometimes it will land them in jail or prison. Separation or divorce. A married pornography addict will experience separation or divorce if they do not receive help. Pornography is not an easy subject to discuss. It makes some people feel a little uncomfortable. However, society must no longer turn a blind eye to the negative impacts associated with pornography, because pornography addiction does cause harm on families and does cause negative psychological effects on the individual, such as desensitization, escalation, and acting out. Currently, there are 40 million Americans viewing pornographic websites daily. Should there not be laws passed to protect not only children but adults from the pornography trap? One would wonder if the government were to deny access to pornographic websites, would the number of pornography addicts be lowered? These are just some of the questions and issues we as a society need to discuss and answer. I will now turn my time over to my audience to answer a couple questions.
How and when does pornography addiction begin?
Again, it begins at a very early age. Research shows us that many pornography addicts are exposed by ages 10 or 11, which again follows them through adulthood.
Is recovery possible for a pornography addict?
Absolutely. Yes. Although once pornography takes a hold of the family unit or the individual, there is help. The addict must realize and admit that they have a problem. And then they need to get help from experts such as psychologists, therapists, counselors, and build a support group around them, such as family or friends. They absolutely can recover fully and live a happy life. Thank you.